Story right now at 5:30. Valley homeowners are fighting for their money tonight.
They hired an estate sale company to sell their personal belongings, and when it came time to collect the proceeds, they say they got nothing. On your side, Gary Harper has been investigating and has all the details on this, Gary.
Yeah, so if you use an estate sale, the company comes in, they have like a 3-day sale, usually on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they sell everything. We're talking televisions, pool tables, sofas, kitchenware, whatever you have. The goal is to get rid of it. They keep 35%. Wow. You're supposed to get the rest. That's what's supposed to happen. Viewers still on your side. That's exactly what they agreed to in writing when they hired an estate sale company called Loving Hands. They all say they put their trust into Loving Hands, but in the end, they claim they were swindled.
That was Disneyland. 2001.
Looking at family photos helps Jeannie Burton and her sisters remember just how much their parents loved each other.
They were just a unit. They were so together and always holding hands, and they loved each other so much.
But their mom and dad both passed away within 82 days of each other and left their Valley home to Jeannie and her sisters. Over 47 years of owning this home, you can imagine just how much the couple had accumulated.
We started working and trying to organize it, and there was lots of files and things. I think she had every greeting card she'd ever gotten.
Overwhelmed, Jeannie and her family decided to hire an estate sale company to clear out the house and sell all of their parents' personal belongings. According to this contract, the company would keep a 35% commission on everything sold, and the rest would go to Jeannie and her family. What was the name of the company, and who did you talk to?
It was Toni Geiger, and she was the owner of Loving Hands Senior Transitions.
This is Toni Geiger with Loving Hands. Take a good look, because Jeannie's family says this friendly-looking face sold all of their mom and dad's belongings and kept not just 35%, but all the money, estimated by the family to be at least $15,000. And for months, they say Toni Geiger has been dodging them.
It was always in the back of our mind. We would go as far as we could, and then when we couldn't, when we're stuck, we're going to call Gary Harper.
On Your Side discovered Toni Geiger and her Loving Hands may not be so loving. We discovered several other victims who say Toni Geiger held an estate sale for them, but they never received the proceeds, and if they did, it was very little.
I have no idea where the money could be.
Ron Middlebrook lives in Mexico. Before selling his Valley home, he hired Toni Geiger to sell all of his belongings. In fact, these are pictures of all of his stuff ready for sale. Ron says he was expecting to get at least $13,000 following Toni Geiger's commission. Instead, Ron says she wired him $2,800 and never provided paperwork of anything that sold or didn't sell.
I mean, you think you've been defrauded?
I don't think I was defrauded. I was defrauded. After all the cards have been played, it was a scam.
On Your Side went looking for Toni Geiger and came across this house associated with her name. I was looking for Toni Geiger. Turns out it was a relative's house who claimed he doesn't speak to Toni Geiger. Our next stop was to drive up the Prescott Valley, where Toni Geiger's name is associated with another home. Hello.
Hi, what is this?
So I was looking for Toni Geiger.
Good luck. So
Really?
am I.
Really?
Cost me $1,200. Who are you?
This woman says Toni Geiger used to rent a room from her and skipped out on $1,200 in rent. Seeing a pattern in Toni Geiger owing people money, On Your Side continued to pursue her until she eventually sent me an email saying, "I don't even know where to begin. I have been trying to get clients paid off by making payments and will continue to make payments until everybody is paid. I never planned or meant for any of this to happen."
We were to be paid within 30 business days.
Jeannie and other victims say they've never heard anything about a payment plan. That's news to them. As for Toni Geiger, she remains on the move and opening another business called, ironically, On the Move, which specializes in moving senior citizens. Jeannie and her family say they sure hope other people out there won't get duped like they did.
How do you do that to a family that is grieving, and we've lost our parents? And it's a betrayal. We were betrayed and stabbed in the back, really.
Well, I got another email today from Toni Geiger, who claims things got out of hand with expenses, and that's why she can't pay her clients. Not quite sure what the expenses are, because when it comes to an estate sale, you know, you're advertising on social
as is.
media, you're putting a sign out front.
So she spent the money.
I'm not quite sure exactly what the expenses were,
Yeah.
but she claims that she's going to put people on a payment plan. The victims that I talk to say, really? She hasn't contacted us about a payment plan. We have no idea what she's talking about. I do know that police reports have been filed. I do know police are investigating, and if there is a follow-up, I'll certainly let everybody know in an updated On Your Side report.
It hurts for those families.
It really does. I mean, you know, 47 years of items that belong to your parents, and
There's a sentimental value that can't be quantified, but then if you're
Exactly.
left with absolutely nothing,
Right.
that just is a double whammy.
yeah. So we'll stay on top of it.
We know you will.
Yep.
Thank you, Gary.
You bet.